Good morning. Welcome to the Reformed Church on Staten Island. Our program began back in May when we hung the banners out on Port Richmond Avenue. At the time, the Department of Transportation would only give us a limited time to have the banners up. And so the banners were supposed to be removed in November. Since that time, the DOT said, you know what, the banners look good, let's leave them there. And we agree. So we hope that they will make it through the winter, and they'll stay up through the winter, and that come May of 2022, we will hang the new class of banners on Port Richmond Avenue. So that presented us with a unique opportunity. I don't need to tell anyone here that this has been a year of upheaval, especially when it comes to our veterans. I am old enough to remember that there was a day when veterans were not always recognized when they returned. Port Richmond community is here to make sure that that does not happen again. And so today we are honoring all of our veterans, but especially those who served in our most recent conflict in Afghanistan. I would ask that you rise for the benediction, for the invocation, and please stay standing for the presentation of the colors and the Pledge of Allegiance. Today we stand to remember the most honorable among us. And we must continue to carry the burden of their sacrifice, lest we lose sight of what true freedom really is. Today is for remembering. We stand in honor of them. We walk in their path of duty. We remember the cost, and we hold in our hearts the cause of freedom. Let us pray. Gracious and loving God, today we are here to honor those that have served our country and given their lives so that we may stand here and still live in freedom. We need to be constantly reminded of our gift of freedom and of those who gave all to make sure future generations continue to know life in a free, democratic society. Remembering those who have passed is only half of the task that is before us today. We must also carry their love, honor, and duty forward to future generations that will pass it on. Our children must know who they were, what they did, and why they did it. To do anything less will be a disservice to their great sacrifice and memory. Those who have gone created a clear pathway for us to continue on, and we must never waver from the path of freedom and democracy. And so it is to us, Holy God, to take those memories today, to take their dreams, and to walk forward, shouldering the cause of freedom. May we always carry it high and proud. They did, and now we must walk forward for them and for our children. Amen. Amen. Now we will have the presentation of colors by Cub Pack number 37, the Boy Scouts of America. National anthem will be led by our guest musical artist, Arlette.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets ran out, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Please be seated. This time I would call on one of the committee co-chairs, Ms. Barbara Sanchez, for welcome and announcements.
Welcome. Thank you so much for coming today. This is a great celebration of 28 beautiful banners on Port Richmond Avenue. It's been a source of pride not only for the family and friends, but for Port Richmond. I wanted to give you a quick update on one of our members for this year, Cesar Vargas. He's a specialist in the U.S. Army Reserve. He just won the prestigious David Prize. It's a $200,000 prize, which he plans to use to help immigrants in the armed forces attain their citizenship. He also plans to work with CUNY to create a veterans law clinic. And he wants to create courses for attorneys to help them navigate the military legal system and help soldiers in need and their families. Cesar Vargas and his wife Yesenia Mata, who joined the military with him, are in our first class of banners this year. The banner committee's already started on our plans for next year. We're accepting applications at portrichmondstrong.org/veterans. As Warren had said, the banners will be up until next year, until the next class comes in May. So we're really excited to keep this tradition going, and we want to thank everyone for their support. Thank you.
Our program in May focused on the stories of the men and women whose faces adorned the banners along Port Richmond Avenue. So it was appropriate then to continue that on into our celebration today. We all know that our story begins on a day that was not too dissimilar from today. The beautiful blue skies, balmy weather, and yet in an instant, all of our lives were changed on September 11th. From that day forward, brave men and women have gone to ensure that our cause for freedom was protected and that terrorism would not strike again in our country. And thank God, to this moment, it has not. And now, her original composition, My America,
guest recording artist, Arlette.
Thank you. First of all, let me just take a moment to say how honored I am to be able to perform for you today. I'm a singer and a fellow Staten Islander, and every chance I get, I try my best to give back, especially to those who keep us safe and keep us enjoying all of the freedoms that we have as Americans. And so to all the veterans, past, present, and future, I just want to take a moment to say thank you, thank you, thank you for your service. This song I wrote 20 years ago, after the events of September 11th, and it's called My America. I woke up on a bright September day, and I watched the sunshine slowly slip away, and Mama grow before my very eyes, and the smoke of 1,000 souls fill the skies. From the cities to the hills and countrysides, I sing this song for you, America. Though your heart was torn in two, America, may your spirit never break, and may your faith never shake. Oh, my America. As the days went by, the sun came out again, and a stranger on the street became my friend. Joined together by pain and fear and pride, and a love for this land that could not be denied, and for the families of all the ones who died, I sing this song for you, America. Though your heart was torn in two, America, may your spirit never break, and may your faith never shake. Oh, my America. I sing this song for you, America, from a heart red, white, and blue. America, may your spirit never break, and may your faith never shake. My America. May your spirit never break, and may your faith never shake. Growing stronger than before, and I love you so much more. My America.
Selfless love is the greatest love of all. And the greatest love is to lay down one's life for their friends. I would like to believe that that kind of love is placed inside of each and every one of us at our birth. That love needs to be nurtured and taught and modeled. And thank God for us that that is the love that was modeled in the Alice household. It is an honor today to be able to introduce to you the father of Staff Sergeant Michael Alice, Mr. Robert Alice.
Let me take this. Okay. Thank you, Reverend. Thank you very much. Thank you, Barbara, for inviting me. And it's hard telling the story, a father's story of a veteran who has passed. I can tell you what a wonderful child he was. I think I'm talking too close to this, aren't I? Sounds like bombs going on. But anyway, I can tell you what a great child he was. And he was. And that would be very easy. Oh, okay, look, he's talking about his kid again. And, you know, one of those deals or so. But Michael was an exceptional child. At a very young age, he knew, and he said that he was going into the service. And that's all he ever talked about, was going into the Army. And everybody that's on his block, that lives on our block on Burbank Avenue there, were amazed by, he's the only child that did what he said he was going to do. He became a ranger, he became airborne, he did everything that the Army could ask, because he wanted to be the best soldier around, and that was Michael when he played soccer. Not so much with the schoolwork, but pretty much with everything else in life. But telling a father's story in my position, it's extremely hard because of my relationship to combat. I can smell the gunpowder that killed Michael. I can feel the blast because I've been through it. Veterans Day, for all the veterans that are sitting out there, God bless you, and happy Veterans Day to you. But this isn't a happy Veterans Day for me, because I don't have Michael home. I don't have Michael to pat on the back. I have my own memories of Vietnam haunting me now more than ever. I could constantly go through the smells of, I said, of the gunpowder, of the blast, the sound. I can almost relate to the day he was killed. So when you ask me to tell you about Michael, I'll I'll tell you how wonderful he was. And if you think I'm bragging, that's your problem. I am. Because he was a wonderful child. He was a wonderful person. But deep, a little bit down underneath the skin, I'm telling you what I feel every day. I know he has a mom sitting out here, beautiful Linda, who doesn't feel the same as I do, because moms feel a little bit different. She was the one that carried him for 9 months, brought him up, taught him to eat, taught him to read and write. And it hurts for her also. But I thank you for this opportunity to speak to you like this. And when you say to a soldier or veteran, thank you for your service, I'm going to ask you to just do one more thing. Please, please, be sincere. Don't do it to make yourself feel good. Make that soldier, make that veteran feel good. That he did something for you. Because again, without us, we wouldn't have what we have today. I thank you for this opportunity of speaking. God bless. Thank you.
Never forget the service of the most recent veteran or of the oldest veteran. This morning, I would ask that if you served our country, that you please now rise and accept our appreciation. We pledge to you today that the community of Port Richmond will never forget. Along those lines, it is an honor for us today to be able to honor a soldier who fought in the War of 1812. John Zeliff was a patriot from this community. His family discovered that his tombstone had become obliterated. And due to the efforts of his descendants, and due to the efforts of the Staten Island chapter of Rolling Thunder, we were able to install a replacement stone to honor Mr. Zeliff. We have invited his family to participate today. I'm not sure if she's here, but his descendant Lillian was hopefully going to join us. At the retiring of the colors, we will follow the Cub Scouts out to the gravesite and unveil the tombstone. After which we invite you to the social hour, which will be right next door. And we thank you all for your attendance today. So without any further ado, I will call on Pack 37 to come forward and retire our colors. I would ask that you rise as they do so. We'll be going out around the side of the building into the back side. Thank you. Thank you. We have called on our young men and women to defend the cause of freedom. Thanks be to God that they have never not answered call. We've also discovered that there are 22 other veterans in the cemetery whose stones have weathered away in the course of the centuries. With the assistance of the Staten Island chapter of Rolling Thunder and the Veterans Administration, we plan to restore all of those monuments. With no further ado, we honor today Mr. John Zealy. Let's give him a round of applause. Let's also thank our scouts for representing their troop very well today. Thank you, gentlemen. And now please enjoy the social.